So we've managed to escape our chateau.
We have. Obviously, we've come out to explore another chateau.
Yep.
And been wanting to come here for quite a while, haven't we?
Yeah.
And to see it. So it's our good friends that have purchased a chateau over here, and we've been trying to get over to come and see it.
Again, when you see these videos, we never get, like, even with ours, you don't get the scale. You can see it on a video, but you don't understand it. So to come out and be able to go and see it and understand it.
Yeah, to get an idea of it. So it'll be good to get an idea of another chateau.
Get some ideas as well.
Yeah, and to show you and explore another chateau as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a walk down the drive now, and obviously take it all in.
Yep.
And we'll show you a bit of what we're gonna see. Yeah. Come on then.
Hey, welcome. Welcome to the Chateau
Thank you so much.
de Lalacelle. It is so wonderful to meet you. Hey. Oh, 2 years of watching you. Yes, finally meeting you.
It is amazing to finally be here.
And magnificent place, isn't it? Just looks stunning.
Yeah, can't wait to see it.
Yeah, so come on in, have a look around.
Come on in, thank you.
So let's go in. It's wonderful to have you, and let's have a tour of the Chateau.
Thank you so much. Let's go.
So this obviously is the kitchen. It's a huge room, and we love it, but it needs quite a bit of work. Yeah. And we have started to scrape off the plaster, and it works. So let's see, but that has time. The scraping part has time.
Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's the wonky staircase, which is solid oak, and that was solely for servants. That's why it's not particularly pretty, because who cared about the servants, right? They were plentiful, and people had no other way to work. No. Okay, Luna, can you move? Thank you. So this is our kind of back kitchen, and this is the linen room, which actually has the original built-in, with an addition on top, and it had a second door where they served the dinner that was cooked in the next building originally, then for whoever lived here. It's lovely.
Beautiful dining room.
This is, yeah, Frauke just stripped all the wallpaper. And the problem with the back kitchen is that the door is dragging on the floor because it's now more humid.
Yeah, and that's poured. Unfortunately, they poured concrete there, which
Too high. So
we really need to take out the concrete.
yeah, this room is going to be like a Wedgwood blue and white.
It'd be lovely.
Be just in the morning.
I love the taste that I can't believe.
Chandelier. I know, I've never actually seen one actually in person. It's amazing.
Yeah, so you put your plates in there and then they're nice and warm.
Yeah,
Amazing.
it's amazing.
Nice and warm.
Yeah,
Amazing.
it's amazing.
The grand staircase.
It doesn't look so grand right now.
The walls. It's potentially grand. Yes.
Yeah, and the ironwork, when we had Tony from Not Quite a Chateau here, he has seen this, and he actually in England for the National Trust restored some ironwork, and he said, yes, this is 17th century, and he might at some point actually repair some of the missing pieces.
The decorative items there.
Well, that would be, no, that's going to be a nice block.
Can't wait to see that.
And yes, so the Grand Salon. I think it's about half the size of yours, so it's not that grand.
It's grand. It feels grand.
It's a good size.
Yeah.
That was one thing that attracted us to the chateau. It's all very livable. It's not these. I mean, when some of these more medieval chateau, they have rooms that are 8 or 10 times this size and twice as tall. And what do you do with that?
Not
I mean, you can't heat it.
Do you know my favourite thing in here? It's all the pictures on the walls.
Yes, and the owners left them here.
I love them. It's just it's steeped in history, isn't it?
Yes.
And you've got so much of it here. That's something that we lack in ours, but it's just absolutely, it just gives it it's a life.
And that these people actually lived here. That is fascinating. Now, we don't know. We still are not decided. Should we gild above the
Churma, the top of the churma.
just the branch and
The decorative, yeah.
the decorative part? Should we actually gild it or should we not gild it?
Gilder.
Okay.
I think that's sort of the way we're going. Because, that's why we really liked we got this chandelier, because the other chandelier that we have that's still on its way here that we brought over, it has a cage that's black, right?
Yes, it's just iron.
And when we got this, it's like, oh well, this is a gold cage, which we really like. So we kind of decided that this was going to be more of our golded out room, right? So we're going to have like gold touches on everything.
And who knows, maybe we decide that the big chandelier that's on the way goes into the entrance hall.
Right.
It's possible too.
Right.
I mean, thank God we have options. And that used to be the blue salon. Probably stripped that too.
Right.
And I love that you can see the how it was constructed.
Yeah.
And when you look at the oak, it's all solid, beautiful oak. And we have the trompe-l'oeil on the wall, which I'm very happy that we have it. So we decided to paint this room green, but not necessarily in that particular shade of green.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fun. And you had there was a water closet there, and the walk through to the office or library there.
Beautiful. You know, the fireplace mantle that we found in the barn that was in pieces, this is actually the most similar to that mantle that was there. Except that one out there had black marble here instead of white.
What would that have been?
That is a decency drawer.
Right.
So you could actually, they could use the bathroom, and I mean this room was used as a day bedroom and salon. So you had curtain down. Hello, dogs. Curtain down, and when they took their nap, they could go use the bathroom without anyone seeing them.
One thing I find absolutely amazing is if you've seen anything on ours on the third floor, this is exactly the same in terms of looking at the way it's being done, the wood, the start, everything's identical.
Yes.
We're hundreds of miles away from
Yes,
this.
I mean today it takes you what? It takes 5.5 hours to drive that distance, and they had exactly the same.
The technique,
Techniques,
everything
yes.
is exact. And like I say, you could take a picture of that, and that could be an hour shot, and that's what I find absolutely fascinating.
Yes, but that's what in the old days when they had journeymen, they actually traveled from town and region to region, and so they kind of they cross-educated each other.
Right.
It's totally fascinating. Library too. And the library used to be the old office, right, where they really did all the paperwork. Come on. Luna's here already.
Okay.
What's this room?
So this was the old office and where they kept all the documents. And usually we have the shutters closed here so that it doesn't get any
This is the
daylight.
first time they've been opened in months.
Yes, I mean, it's an empty room. And we need first to actually have a better internet here. We might have to hardwire it because of the thickness of the walls. But this might become either our office or a small living room for us.
It's the one thing I'm absolutely envious of being here. All that paperwork. It is just absolutely to have 400, 500-year-old documents that actually talk about Château de Lalacelle.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
you see it written. I'm blew away by it. Literally goosebumps
And it's so much fun. I mean, why don't you just open it? I mean, it's when you and I totally understand when you touch that. So this was written by someone hundreds of years ago.
Yeah, and it's just still in such perfect condition. So 1766.
And the writing is so pretty. And
Absolutely beautiful.
how they could, I mean, my handwriting is atrocious. So when I look at this, I'm really envious. And some of them have actually crests.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm looking
And
at
some of
the
the wax seals on some of them.
Under
as well.
Bonjour. And just to see some.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning.
Monsieur, what does it say?
Monsieur Souvent Crozier. And some of these are so old it's not even in French. The
Yes,
words just
right.
don't exist. So for me to know them, it's
Oh my, look how tiny that writing is.
to see. I don't want to pull anything out, but just to see it, I'm so jealous that you have it.
And we have said if we ever, for whatever reason, sell the chateau, all of this will stay
Oh,
with
it
us
always
because
stays. It always stays.
It
with the
has
chateau.
to, and it's so nice that for 400 years people actually left all of it.
Yes.
And so we told the owner that, or the son of the Baroness, that we would like this to stay, and he said yes, this needs to stay with the chateau. So that wasn't even in question.
Yes.
Which was really great for us. And behind you is this big, I mean, I love this building. And not the box for the for the cable, but everything else here they left for us too.
Like you say, magazines from the early 1900s, and the amount of paperwork that you have, and there's no gaps. You seem to have a full history
Right,
of everything
yes.
here,
Yes.
and an understanding, which is, I think it helps when you're doing what you're doing and restoring the place. You kind of know.
It
what
does
you're going
help so much. That is very true. And there's so much here we just have not even scratched the surface.
Yeah.
One evening we sat here. Oh, there is a lot of
Oh, there's
music,
tons of music. Those
sheet music.
Two of those shelves.
Well,
up
this
there
is
are
not sheet music, but this is le trésor de la danse. So this is dance music.
Yeah.
It's fascinating. Excited to Mark. Thank you so much. Yes, let's go, because that's,
Yeah.
You don't want to go
but
that way.
that staircase is actually walnut, and this was for the kids, for the children. I absolutely love it, but it still looks horrible. And spider webs.
No, you're okay. No.
I mean, it is amazing how quick spiders come back in the house and
Little
they're
things.
everywhere.
Yeah. We get that.
One thing that Philip from the Fleur really zoned in on immediately when he saw the PDF were these floors. He said, that's it's Pierre de Bourgogne, which we knew. And I said, well, I don't know if it's 1700s. He said, no, that's older. And so this is the original floor. You can see how some of them are pretty deteriorated, but you don't touch them because this is not Versailles.
That's not how it's
This
gonna
needs
be.
to stay the way it is.
Right. It's its own story.
So we have the metal rods for the runner, and we might at some point put in a runner just for
Protect it.
yes.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Have a look.
And we were thinking, having maybe eventually a wedding here. would be lovely having a camera in the door and the light coming down here. I think that would be really, I have a very kitschy imagination sometimes. So this is it's a bathroom. So this is one of the 2 bed and breakfast rooms we want. This is one of the 2 original bedrooms in the chateau, with the alcove. And I find this kind of funny that you can actually open and close this. I don't know why, but better access, I suppose. We don't know if there is a decency door or not.
It's possible.
It's possible, but not necessarily necessary, because this already was a private bedroom. Yeah. And we have a bathroom here, which, yes, that needs to be gutted. I'm just saying, that's, I mean, it has a sink, it has a bidet. Yeah. The toilet is right outside the room.
Oh, is that not a toilet?
No. Hey, if it works, it works. But it's fascinating, and we have not really decided what we want to do with this. I mean, how we're...
For decorative? Right.
Yes, I mean, we know the period. So this is Napoleon III, the chest of drawers. That doesn't belong here.
Yeah.
But we have plenty more bedrooms over there. The mirror doesn't belong here. And so then we can start a bit more from scratch.
Right.
But it is a lovely room. Frauke stayed here for a week. My cousin stayed here for a week.
And we stayed here last night. And
it's quiet. Yeah. It's not too hot.
No.
Because the shutters, we usually close them in the morning and leave them closed until about noon, and then the sun goes over, and then you can open them. And at night you can open the windows, and it has a nice crossways. Yeah. That's really pretty. And we have one more bedroom to show you.
Yeah.
John's destruction. I want this documented. Yeah, I have to go with John tomorrow morning. He wants to show me what we all need to buy in order for him to continue with the electrical work. So this is the largest bedroom in the chateau. It has this beautiful applique, which we will try to save. And it is exactly the same size as the Grand Salon downstairs. And I love, exactly where the bed was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. With this here. And there are 4 rooms in the chateau that actually had a bell.
Yeah.
Just for the servants, which so the original bells are gone. We don't know where rang most probably in the kitchen or upstairs, depending on where the servants were.
Right.
But it's
They
fascinating.
had the cross on the wall there as well.
Yes.
Every
There was a
room.
cross in every room in the chateau.
And this is one of the few that's actually missing. We have a cross in almost every room, and we haven't touched them yet.
Yeah.
And sometimes at the balcons you see a whole pile of them.
Yeah.
It's really odd. But yeah, this armoire we had to buy.
Just
It
so grand.
was here, and we figured, where is it? There.
You couldn't put that in a normal house.
No.
It just wouldn't go in and out. It's too grand. It could only live in a chateau somewhere like that.
Yes.
And we really don't want to have to move it either. So I think it's going to stay in this room.
Unless we can put it in when the vachely is done and have this in a large open space, that might be beautiful there. But yeah, each of these doors is incredibly heavy. And this is exactly the same hardware we have on the buffet.
Yeah.
That's coming. So yeah, and then we have some fabric that we have here. I have no idea what that's for. This is going to be fun to sew the curtains for this, although they are 3 meters long, so 9 feet. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a really pretty room. We know where the bed goes, and with background that we have. Seating area here. We have an armoire, so all we need is a chest of drawers.
That's it. So this has been Patrick and Stuart, and they've got a channel, Journeys to the Chateau. Terry will put the link in the description. Give them a follow. They've been the most wonderful, courteous hosts, and you'll find out so much. They've got it's so different to ours as well, and it's just brilliant. And like I say, to see all these things, and if you like seeing chateaus being brought back to life, and the work that these guys are doing, give them a check them out.
Thank you.
What a fantastic trip this has been.
It is. It's been absolutely amazing to see another chateau.
Yeah.
And to see pretty much at like the start of the journey as well.
Yeah.
So if you're as crazy as what we are.
Well, you definitely had way more work than we will have. Like for the chateau itself.
Yeah.
The outbuildings, we're pretty much
I think
on
it's all
par.
on a balance, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And I am so envious of the history you have here. That paperwork, that document, I love it.
That is amazing.
It is amazing. Obviously the chateau is amazing, but the amount of land and outbuildings that you've got is just,
And again, the same reason we love our chateau, the amount of original features you've got in here, the amount of things that are it's so original and just so in keeping with the time period that the chateau was from.
Well, it's nice as well, obviously, because you're wanting to keep all of that history and all of the
Yes,
originality
right.
with the chateau.
I think the mindset's similar, isn't it? Like you just want to restore. You're not renovating the chateau, you're restoring it.
Absolutely.
And that's ours, and I think that's why we've got along so well here. And they have genuinely been such courteous hosts. It's
thank
been
you.
absolutely lovely.
Yeah, it has. It's been amazing.
It was wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
But if you don't already follow them, then follow Patrick and Stuart on Journey to the Chateau, because they're literally at the start of their journey in obviously restoring this beautiful building.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to see the ups and downs that we've had as well.
And hopefully we can welcome you to Château de Lalacelle at some point as well.
Absolutely, yes.
We've got plenty of caravans. But it's been absolutely amazing to see it. So check them out and you'll be able to see a lot more of the work that they're doing and a lot more of the buildings and the rooms, because we've only touched a tiny portion of
what there is here.
Yeah. So to see some of the rooms that they've got, check them out, and you'll be able to see the full tours on there. But for now, we're going to get back to Lalacelle.
Yep.
And get back on with some more work.
Yeah.
But it's been amazing. Thank you so much.
It was such a pleasure to meet you, really.
It has been amazing.
Come on,
we'll
then.
get some work done.
Yep.
Come on then. Let's go.
Be safe.
If you'd like to join us on our family journey, bringing back this once forgotten chateau, then please join us on Patreon with behind the scenes footage, updates, live chats and your very own piece of the chateau.